Hi Taurus, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are looking at career as well as looking at you and your person, seeing what's going on there. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. Make sure you do check out that shadow work reading as well. We've just uploaded that this week for the full moon. A lot of really strong messages coming out this month, so make sure you do check that one out as well. But this week we have the Mystic Journey Oracle. The Lenormand deck I have is the Leclerc Lenormand. And also the Mystic Red Rose Love Oracle. Okay, Taurus, so getting into it for you, starting off, just seeing if there's anything, needing to jump on out for you. Anything for Taurus? Anything Taurus needs to know right now? What is going on for Taurus? Taurus. Theme of the week for Taurus, please. Ooh. Expanding yourself, Taurus. We do have the Magic card coming through, as well as Curiosity. Okay, so really looking into expanding yourself and exploring those aspects within yourself that you maybe haven't really explored that much. The magic card, I personally am not. I don't identify as a witch or anything like that, but I do appreciate that there's a lot of people that do spell work. We do kind of, manifestation is a kind of spell work. There's a lot of things, even just, saying things. Sometimes there is that power behind intention. Power and intention, are very strong and can be sort of considered spell work. Even things like I've seen a lot of TikToks lately where, really basic sort of stuff like, things like a stew or a soup can be sort of considered like a potion or a spell work type thing, a brew. So, there's a lot of different things, commonplace things that are actually, more powerful than we would give them credit for. So with this magic energy, I am really picking up on like things like herbal remedies and things like that. And you sort of just looking into what that means for you. Don't allow you, if you're not if you're like me and you don't really, want to attach, that witchcrafty kind of label to anything, that is perfectly fine. But herbal remedies and natural solutions to things. There is a power in all of that sort of a stuff. And I feel like that's kind of what you're opening yourself up to exploring at the moment here, Taurus. I will clarify that, but it's really just sort of, I feel like you expanding your knowledge about what that even means. So, that's why I feel like it's important to mention that about the crafting stuff, because I'm picking up strongly here on somebody who, has steered clear of certain things because of the labels attached to those things. But if it's calling to you, it's calling to you, regardless of the labels that other people want to attach to it. Does not mean that you need to attach those same labels to it. Okay, witchcraft is a whole nother segment of stuff. So, unless you are looking into practicing witchcraft, there's no need for you to label it as such when you're just sort of, using herbs from the garden and things like that, It's all just, tiny parts of things that, sometimes get given these really weird associations. Like I do find too, especially with the pentacle, in that card, that's something I've encountered myself quite a lot, is because I do wear a lot of pentagram sort of stuff, and I use that often, the pentagram imagery, because, I love the symbolism stuff. I'm really big into symbolism, which, Lenormand being based on symbolism sort of stuff, like the base symbols of Lenormand, it's my jam. So, and the the pentagram stuff, a lot of people don't sort of realize that, it has just been attached to, the idea of witchcraft. And then, you see all these movies with witches and it's like a bad thing in society or whatever. But, the pentagram has a lot more meaning than just that. The base meaning of a pentagram is purely protection. It's something that has been used in a very positive way throughout history. So, same as, the crucifix. The crucifix was a symbol long before Christianity. So, those sorts of symbols actually, just because they are attached now to one specific thing doesn't necessarily mean that the symbol is bad. So I'm really picking up on those sorts of messages here for you, that just because something is attached to, something, that society says, oh, that's something else, doesn't mean that it's bad at all. Okay. So, curiosity, opening your eyes up to that side of life, I feel here, Taurus. Just clarify magic and curiosity for Taurus, please. Anything specific needing to be known about that for Taurus, please? Whoa, throwing the whole deck at me, Taurus. Yeah, so we have the house here, followed by the cross. Okay, so I did just mention the cross, but in the Lenormand, it's a sign of spirituality. It's a sign of, the burdens that you've been carrying. So this is all about, finding stability in lifting those burdens kind of off your shoulders. It's no longer a cross that you bear that, oh, I'm interested in that sort of stuff, and it's got this extra layer of meaning attached to it. Just because you wear a cross doesn't make you a, Christian or a good person. It's, a symbol a lot of people resonate with differently. It's an individual kind of thing, and I feel like that's what you're really doing here. Is you're just, opening yourself up to exploring that more spiritual aspects of things within your own self, and finding your own stability, finding your own sense of peace, and stability within your own spirituality. And that's what's sort of piquing your interest here, piquing your curiosity, is just, how can I stabilize my beliefs here? So I do feel like that it's just, exploring what feels right for yourself, Taurus. I do apologize for any sniffling as well. My sniffles this week have been like off the chain. Okay, Taurus. What's going on for Taurus with work, job, career? Checking in for Taurus on work, job, career, please. Work, job, career for Taurus. I suppose it'd be very useful to see what that first one was. Looking pretty good for you here, Taurus. I do wonder what this is, though. The first card we have is the bear. Okay, and that one kind of flew off the table here. And it's come out with the moon right beside it. So I am kind of feeling like, this may actually be somebody kind of flying off the handle a little bit here. Just the way that it flew out here, and the fact that it is attached to that moon energy, which does talk about emotions. The bear, I'm kind of feeling for you that this is representative of somebody in a position of power above you. So leadership, authority, like the boss figure type thing. Of course, if you're the boss, maybe this is a warning to you to not allow your emotions to get the better of you at the moment with work, because you may fly off the handle without sort of really meaning to, and really remembering that the leadership aspect, like if that's you yourself, that the leadership aspect, the protective aspect, you're kind of you're needing to set an example rather than just flying off the handle because your emotions are riled up here. I do feel for a lot of you, though, that this is actually somebody else. So, somebody who may, have that boss leadership type role. It just feels like somebody getting quite emotional this week. It just feels just like a side note kind of energy. It's not really feeling like anything hugely important or impactful. Just feels like a little bit of warning, or, if you see somebody getting a little bit emotional, like, um, steer clear, maybe. Like, it kind of feels like it might actually work in your favor, though. Just clarify, just clarify why we're seeing this energy for Taurus. Why does Taurus need to know about that, please? We have the book. So it's just like an extra layer of knowledge that you're being given about this person. You're learning something about this person. You're learning what riles them up, or learning how to negotiate in the workplace when somebody is fired up and, emotionally driven and flaring up out of emotion. It's a learning experience. And so once again, if that is you, that is, getting a little bit emotional, tempted to fly off the handle a little bit here this week, it's your opportunity to learn how to solve that issue differently, kind of thing. Okay. But ultimately, we do see here the star coming through with the anchor. Okay, so your wishes are going to be met, especially long term. Very stable. Your hopes and dreams and are you are looking toward fulfillment here with the long term reliability, dependability within yourself, within this job, this career that you're in here. We do see a lot of happy kind of energy, staying positive, inspiration, working towards achievements and goals here, progress towards your dreams coming true, and be secure in that knowledge, being very secure there with that anchor coming through as well. So ultimately, a lot of stability for you. In work, job, career. So, that just sort of felt like a little bit of a no news is good news kind of thing. Well, if we've got no big news to sort of tell you, we'll tell you the only thing that's kind of coming up for you within work at the moment. Okay, so we'll have a look at your person. So regardless of whether this is a past person, present person, or maybe even somebody you haven't even met yet, we are just looking at the energy between you and your person. Okay, Taurus and your person, present and future for Taurus and your person. Taurus and your person, present and future, please. Okay, so we are seeing here the Phoenix, as well as the mask. Okay, that mask says hiding true feelings, pretending and deluding, gaslighting and personifying. I don't feel as though it's that heavy, to be honest here. Because with this Phoenix energy, that's kind of like a rebirth. So it's kind of like in the present, somebody is taking off their mask. They're not hiding their true self anymore. They are allowing themselves to be seen for who they truly are. So if you do see something about somebody, believe that those actions, those words, because that's the real them at the moment. I kind of feel they are, moving forward into new phase, rekindle, renew and growth, changed mind, and rising from the ashes. So it is somebody going through a bit of a transformation, and that transformation is simply just, them taking off that mask, that they're not fronting anymore. They're not trying to make themselves seem more or less than they truly are. They're trying to start to show their true feelings and show their true self. Okay, so whether that's you or your person, I do feel as though it's more likely to be your person here, and just gives you the opportunity to move this connection, forward if you are already connected to this person. If you're not already connected, because I'm picking up that some of you here aren't connected to this person as of yet. And so that's you kind of, for those of you who don't have a current connection, because I'm not picking up really on a past connection here. I'm picking up on future more so than anything. This is kind of you taking off your mask, Taurus, and saying, that's it, I'm not going to hide what I'm truly looking for with, relationships anymore and commitments and, love. I'm going to take that mask off and stop hiding behind, um, you know, putting up with this and putting up with that. I'm going to, you know, find renewed sense of purpose when it comes to love. Okay. Um, with the future energy, we do see healthy choices coming out first. So, self love and self care, being happier in love and life. So, in the future, the near future, the very near future, moving forward, I feel like that may be more so advice. Take care of yourself for a little while, focus on yourself for a little while, Taurus. Focus on just being happier generally in life and love. Will follow, especially with the shock coming through as well. We see sudden change, shocking news, surprise and epiphany, and transformation. So, for those of you who are currently in a connection, we are seeing transformation, evolution of that connection. It's kind of like finding that spark all over again with your person. For those of you who are not in a current connection, it's finding that spark in a person, because we do have Cupid's arrow coming through there. I know the camera doesn't really pick up the pale colors in that very well, but have faith. Love is coming. Surprise invitation. Struck by love. So, regardless of whether you are currently or not in a connection, you are going to be this renewed, with especially with the Phoenix here, we're heading into a sense of renewed love within self, within your relationships. I feel like this is just in all your relationships as well, Taurus, not just the loved ones. Just heading into a period of renewal and transformation and evolution within those relationships, and the closeness within those relationships. Struck by your love, and having that gratitude for the love that is already in your life, the love that is coming into your life as well. Okay, more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Check out that shadow work reading as well, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.